Now, every time I go live, which happens almost every day, a lot of people had been asking me, Sir MJ, how do I start my own business? And how do I expand my business? And we will answer those questions in this video. First, let's talk about the 4 basic elements of a business. Number 1 is the products. So basically, ito yung ibebenta mo. It can be a product or a service. Sales and marketing, ito yung magbibigay sa'yo ng pera or benta. Finances, galing yan sa sales and marketing mo. Ito yung pag-handle mo ng pera at kung saan mo ilalagay yung pera. And people, this can be your client or this can be your own team. So sa mga nagsisimula magnegosyo, you always start with the product. Ang mali ng marami, nagsisimula sila sa sales and marketing, paano gagawa ng pera, paano magbenta, paano yung skills, basa sila ng basa ng mga libro na hindi naman nila kayang i-apply. So if you want to start your business right now, ito yung unang-una mong titingnan. So you make a list of the products that you love, mga produktong gusto mong gamitin. That way, mas madali mo siyang ma-market and it will be sustainable for you because you are already using the products. You love the products. You can simply share how you use the products. You can simply create content around it. And once na pumutok na yung negosyo, na-scale mo na yung negosyo, you can go back to this video kasi tuturo ko rin sa inyo paano mag-expand, mag-scale, or mag-reinvest sa iba pang negosyo. Or you can create a product from a demand. Meaning, you find a problem right now that you can solve. Because always remember that business is not about money, it is about value. And value is being able to solve problems. So the more na marami kang nasusolusyon ng problema, the more na mas malaki yung pwede mong kitain. I'm gonna give you an example. So if you wanna go from Laguna to Cubao, that's point A to point B, dalawa yung choice mo. Takbuhin mo, lakarin mo, or sumakay ka ng bus. The bus will take you from point A to point B. That's a problem solved through services rendered. Meaning, sinolve niya yung problema mo, dinala ka niya sa destination mo, kaya magbabayad ka ng pamasahe. But if you wanna go to Baguio, mas malayo, mas mahal ang pamasahe. Which means that the bigger the problem you can solve, the bigger the value. And value equals money. And if you wanna go from Manila to Cebu, wala kang choice, hindi mo pwedeng langoyin, kailangan mong sumakay ng eroplano or barko. Meaning, there's also a specific product for a specific problem. So kung gusto mong kumita ng mas malaking pera, kailangan mong maghanap ng specific problem na baka ikaw lang yung kayang mag-solve or ikaw lang yung kayang mag-solve ng problema na yun sa community mo. So ibig sabihin, you can actually take a product from somewhere else and bring it here or in your market. Example na lang, 2000s, wala pang mall sa Laguna, hindi pa uso. Pero dinala dito si SM. So putok si SM kasi kahit maraming SM sa ibang lugar, kukunti pa lang sa Laguna. And it can work in any business. So if you see a product available somewhere else and you think this product can actually solve a problem in your market, sa lugar mo, sa baryo mo, sa bansa, kung nasan ka man ngayon, that is actually value. And you can earn a lot of money from that. Okay? So again, maghanap ka ng problema na kaya mong isolve. So sa mga nagsisimula pa lang magnegosyo at gusto magnegosyo, pwede mong tingnan yung community na kinabibilangan mo. Ano ibig sabihin? Yung barangay, yung subdivision, yung school kung nasa school ka, yung mga katrabaho mo. Kung meron kang mas niche na community like fitness, or bikes, or motorcycles, or hiking, lahat yan merong problema. Lahat yan may needs. Lahat yan may goals. So the idea is, you find their wants and needs. Hanapin mo yung wants nila, hanapin mo yung needs nila. And then, you provide what they want and what they need, and that's the value there. Example, sa pagbabike, ano kailangan nila? Gulong, water jugs, ilaw. So you can provide that. Sa mga nagmamotor, upgrades, you can provide that. Sa fitness, merong niche. Merong nagji-gym, meron din gusto sa bahay lang. So sa mga taong gusto sa bahay lang, you can sell them house equipments or home-based equipments. Basically, there's market for everything. Kailangan mo lang mamili. Paano mo siya sisimulan? Magsisimula ka ba sa product na love mo para passionate kang gawin? Or magsisimula ka sa product na kailangan ng tao? Which is initially, kikita ka kaagad ng pera, pero external yung approach mo. Kasi pag pinili mo yung problema ng mga tao and you expand your business, at some point, mahahanap mo yung passion mo. Pag sinimulan mo naman sa passion mo, sa produktong gusto mo, you will already be passionate about it. Skills naman yung problema mo. Creating the need naman yung problema mo. It's finding the right market naman. So either way, it will be your choice. Sir MJ, paano naman pag wala kaming puhunan? You can start with a services type of business. So ibig sabihin, it can also be a service. Ang example dito, yung mga virtual assistants, nagpo-provide ng editing, and talking about scalability, ito na yung mga digital agencies. So, pwede siyang magsimula sa ikaw mismo yung nagsaserbisyo, hanggang magparami ka ng tao, hanggang sa magkaroon ka na ng agency mo. And yes, services type of business is scalable as well. So, mamaya natin pag-uusapan yan. But bottom line, kung wala kang malaking puhunan or wala ka talagang puhunan, dito ka magsisimula sa pagsaserbisyo sa mga tao. How do you do that? Again, you create a list of all the skills that you have or all the problems you can solve for the marketplace. So, ang example dyan is editing, social media management, virtual assistants, pwedeng paggawa ng project, paggawa ng assignment, pwedeng translator kung marunong ka ng ibang language, pwedeng design, layouts, banners, any skill that you have. Magsulat ka ng at least 20 na skill na kaya mong gawin. Kaya mo bang magbuhat ng semento? Kaya mo bang magbuhat ng tao? But bottom line, sulat mo lahat ng kaya mong gawin. Ngayon, using technology, using Google, using ChatGPT, ibato mo sa kanya yung lahat ng list na meron ka at hanapin mo alin doon yung high value or pwede mong pagkakitaan sa Pilipinas. And you will get an answer. And you provide people with your services, kikita ka ng pera, yan ang gagamitin mo to actually start your own business, build the product, which is babalik ka pa rin dito. Bottom line, kung gusto mo talagang kumita ng pera, magsisimula ka. At kung hindi mo naman gusto magnegosyo, bakit ka nandito, di ba? So next, paano na tayo kikita ng pera? And that will be sales and marketing. Most of the time, ito talaga yung kailangan. Kasi nandito ang income. Nandito ang pagkita ng pera. So if you have a product, you have to learn how to communicate the product. You have to learn how to communicate the benefits of the product. You have to learn how to communicate to people that this product can solve their problems. Diyan na papasok yung skills. Tandaan nyo guys, kung gusto mong kumita ng pera at merong isa dito sa elements na to na dapat ginagalingan mo, syempre ito yung sagot. Lahat yan sobrang importante sa scalability. Pero initially, if you wanna scale your business, if you wanna hire more people, if you wanna improve your products, if you want more inventory, if you want to improve the offer, if you want to improve the packaging and everything, if you want to improve your brand, kailangan mo ng pera. So pag nagsisimula ka ng negosyo, isa to sa pinaka-importante, how to make money. So before we dive into finance and people, pag-usapan muna natin, paano tayo magkakaroon ng finance? Ano yung skills necessary for you to start your business and scale your business? So ito yung 4 na dapat mong aralin, dapat mong matutunan, dapat mong i-execute after mong matutunan, at pag nag-execute ka na, dapat mong ma-master. So you have to do this over and over. And I strongly recommend, after watching this video, you apply all this. Now we have here leads, conversions, offer, and relationship. So ang leads, this is connected to your traffic, eyeballs, basically yung mga taong nakakakita sa'yo. Pero pag sinabi nating leads, to be specific, ito yung mga taong pwede mong kontakin. Ito yung mga taong nagre-reply. Ibig sabihin, yung friends mo sa social media, yung views mo sa social media, yung likes mo sa social media, hindi pa yan leads, okay? Those are potential leads. Those are candidates to become leads. Ang leads, meron kang contact. May contact number ka, may email ka, at pwede mo silang kontakin. Pwede mo silang kausapin. Pwede mo silang bentahan. And that will be the conversion. So, ibig sabihin, yung social media, yung followings, yung dami ng views, mahalaga yan, importante yan. Because that will be the eyeballs. Yan yung attention na nakukuha mo sa mga tao. Pero hanggat hindi mo nakukuha yung data, hanggat hindi mo sila nakakausap, hindi pa sila leads. And a lot of people, when starting their own business, akala nila, kapag maraming views, maraming likes, maraming shares, ay yayaman na sila. It doesn't work that way. Kasi kahit marami ka mang views, kung hindi naman related sa products mo, kung hindi naman related sa problemang gusto mong solusyonan, yung views mo at yung likes mo at comments mo, it will be hard for you to convert it as well. At hanggat hindi mo nako-contact yung mga taong nagsashare ng videos mo, hindi pa rin sila leads. So there's a particular skill for you to generate leads. Halimbawa, meron kang restaurant, okay? Ito yung pintuan. Halimbawa, meron ka ditong napakagandang banner or tarpaulin. Halimbawa, meron kang napakagandang banner. Meron kang promotional stuff dito. Saka dito sa side na to. So, yung dumadaang mga tao dyan, those are what we call eyeballs. Okay? Yun yung potential leads. Nakikita nila, pagdaan nila dito, nakikita nila to, and there's a chance na pumasok sila sa restaurant mo. Pero hindi pa sila leads. Not unless kontakin ka nila at pwede mo silang tawagan. Ngayon, ano yung leads? Ito yung mga taong papasok sa restaurant mo na pwede mong bentahan at kausapin. Kasi pag pumasok na sila, pwede mo na silang serbisyohan. Pwede mo na silang bigyan ng value. Pwede mo na silang i-inform gaano kasarap yung produkto mo, gaano kaganda yung produkto mo. At kapag bumili na sila ng product, that will be conversion. That will be money. So, hindi gagana yung conversion, hindi sila magiging benta, hindi sila mako-convert into a customer kung hindi sila papasok, kung hindi sila magiging leads. Diyan nagkakamali yung mga tao. Kasi akala nila, porket magaling sila magbenta, yun na yun. Kailangan magaling ka rin magpasok ng tao para may bebentahan ka. So, lahat yan importante. So, balik tayo. So, conversion means sale, closing the deal, selling. Kailangan magaling kang magpaunawa. You have to learn how to communicate to people, gaano kaganda yung produkto mo, or how you can solve their problems. Because again, business is not a money-making machine. Business is a way to solve other people's problems. It's making their lives easier and better. Kung ganyan ang thought process mo, kung ganyan ang mindset mo, yayaman at yayaman ka. Pero kung ang thinking mo sa pagnenegosyo is paggawa lang ng pera, mahihirapan kang yumaman. Kasi magkakaroon ka ng false expectations na kapag nagnegosyo ka, biglang yayaman ka na. Shit. Pag nagtayo ka ng negosyo, magkakaroon ka ng napakaraming problema. Kasi kailangan mong matutunang mag-solve ng napakaraming problema para matulungan mo yung ibang tao, ma-solve yung problema nila. And yes, para ma-convert mo yung mga tao, para maging madali yung deal, you have to have an offer. At ang offer mo, nakadepende sa produkto mo at ano pang pwede mong ibigay na value aside from the product itself. And of course, you have to build relationship with your audience, your clients, and your own team. So again, ang leads, makukuha mo yan sa social media. This is one of the fastest way and easiest way to get leads. So sa social media, ang gagawin mo is kailangan makapture mo yung attention or yung eyeballs. And how do you do that? Dalawa lang. You can do organic or you can do paid ads. Okay, dalawa. Ang organic, nag-e-effort ka, nag-create ka ng value, nag-create ka ng content, makukuha mo yung mga quality na potential leads. Especially kung ang kine-create mong content related sa business mo, related sa offer mo, related sa products mo. Alright? So you are building your own audience. Sa paid ads naman, nagbabayad ka para makuha mo yung quality na audience na hindi mo pa audience. Para makakuha ka ng quality na eyeballs. So basically, kung ang product mo related sa business at alam mong nanonood sila ng videos ko or videos around business, you can target these people through paid ads. So from here, pwede ka na mag-generate ng leads mo. So sa mga nagsisimula and to those people who wanna scale your business, here's my advice for you when it comes to leads. Alam ko yung iba sa inyo maraming budget. Pero ako, kung ako tatanungin nyo, paano ko isa-set up yung sarili kong negosyo, I will always start with organic leads. Magsisimula ako sa pagkikreate ng content aligned with my brand, focused on solving other people's problems. Okay? Kasi tandaan mo na kapag naipakita mo sa mga kliyente mo na kaya mong isolve yung basic problems nila, maiintindihan at mararamdaman nila na kaya mong isolve yung mas malalaking problema nila. So your goal here in creating content is to solve a narrow problem of the prospect. And once na-solve mo na yung problema, you will build trust, you will build credibility, and they would say, I want to buy your products. Kasi nakapag-serve ka sa akin initially, nakapag-serve ka ng libre, deserve mong mabilhan. One of the major advantages of doing this is it's free. Pwede mo siyang gawin using your phone. Pwede mo siyang gawin using the tools that you already have. Huwag na muna natin pag-usapan yung matitinding editing, yung tamang format, yung tamang text format, yung tamang captioning. Pupunta rin tayo dyan. What I want you to do is to simply start creating content. As simple as taking pictures and videos of your products. As simple as taking photos and videos of what you do, the services that you offer. At kapag may kliyente ka na, magagamit mo rin yan kasi you can take videos of them, you can take videos of the delivery and all that. Mamaya na natin siya pagsasama-samahin. Mamaya na natin siya strategize. Okay? Ngayon, what I would do if I were you, I will upload at least 3 videos and 2 photos. Okay? Daily. Yes, daily. Again, nagsisimula ka pa lang. Pangalawa, ang goal mo dito, growth. Pangatlo, another goal is to test the creatives. Matest mo yung mga videos. Matest mo yung mga pictures. Matest mo ano yung headline na nagwo-work. Matest mo ano yung videos na nagwo-work. Matest mo ano yung hook na nagwo-work. Ngayon, by that time na naka 100 videos ka na, sure ako, basta consistent ka, okay? Sure ako na sa 100 videos, meron dyang puputok. Meron dyang magugustuhan ng mga tao. Yung video na yon, lagyan mo lang ng CTA, yun na yung ipe-paid ads mo. Because if it's working organically, it will work better sa ads. Kasi, doing organic contents will help you attract the right market. Yung tamang market yung makukuha mo. Of course, you can do paid ads, right? But the thing is, pero kung maraming nag-view, maraming nag-share, maraming nag-like, maraming nag-comment dito sa video na to, or maybe sa photo na to, it's related to your brand. It's related to the problem that you can solve. And of course, it's related to your products or services. It's common sense na market mo yung na-attract niya. Kasi yun ang laman ng content. So kung dumami yung views nito, dumami engagement nito, it's a winning creative, it's a winning video, it's a winning photo, yan yung ipe-paid ads mo. That way, you are only multiplying what's already working. Ang kagandahan dito, gumastos ka lang nung alam mong nagwo-work na. At habang hindi pa siya nagwo-work, gumagaling at gumagaling ka. Always remember that repetition is the mother of skill. Again, kung tinatamad ka pang mag-post, nahihiya ka pang mag-post, this video is not for you yet. Scaling your business is not for you yet. Building a business is not for you yet. Because again, we're talking about how to start the business. How to scale the business. Kung sa tingin mo nasa level ka pa na nahihiya ka, nahihirapan ka, you can always check other videos. You know, we have thousands of videos waiting for you. Okay? But again, this is a no BS way to generate leads. So since napag-usapan na natin yung leads, pag-usapan natin ang conversions. How do we convert? Basically, conversion means selling. Okay? It means closing the deal. Benta. Pera. Dolyar. Okay? But our goal here is to convert a lead to a customer. And there's a journey. So again, balikan natin yung example ko kanina. Let's just say you have a coffee shop. Okay? Yan yung pintuan. Basically, may mga dumadaang tao dyan. Nakikita nila yung banners mo dito, Nakikita nila kung paano kayo mag-serve, yung uniform ng mga tao, naaamoy nila yung kape, nakikita nila gaano kasaya yung mga tao inside. That's what we call an experience. Alright? That's what we call seeing other people's experience. So, ibig sabihin, nakikita ng mga dumadaan dito na maganda yun na i-experience ng mga customers, masaya sila sa loob, nag-i-enjoy sila, ang bango ng kape, naaamoy nila yung aroma ng kape mo. What will happen is, they will be interested to experience that as well. So, ang mangyayari, magiging leads sila, papasok ngayon sila sa loob. And ang goal ng conversion, yung leads, hindi lumabas ng hindi bumibili. So, ibig sabihin, pag mas mataas yung percentage mo ng leads to conversion, magaling kang magbenta. So, ibig sabihin, pagpasok ng tao, your goal is to serve them and to communicate with them ano ang meron sa binebenta mo na wala sa iba, ano ang ma-experience nila pag nag-spend sila ng pera at time sa coffee shop mo. Pag pumasok na, syempre, mas madali mong mabebentahan yung tao. Now, for most people, ang operation natin is online. How do you translate that sa online? Ibig sabihin, your goal here, kahit sa online ka nagbebenta, you have to make the people experience. One major example is my business. I have here Success Blueprint, I have here Self-Mastery and Ultimate Mastery. Ang Success Blueprint para yun sa mga taong stuck. Feeling nila stuck sila, wala silang masimulan. Yung mga bagay na gusto nilang simulan, gaya ng pagnenegosyo, or paulit-ulit nilang sinasabi na mag-start na ako mag-business, mag-start na ako mag-create ng content, mag-start na ako ng career, gagalingan ko na, itotodo ko na, mag-gym na ako, pero hanggang ngayon hindi nila ginagawa. Or maybe may nasimulan na sila pero hindi nila natatapos. These are people na walang tamang direction kasi wala silang destination. And these are also people who don't know who they are. So if they don't know who they are, what they want, kahit gusto nilang magtayo ng negosyo, hindi nila masimulan, hindi nila mahanap yung problemang kaya nilang isolve, hindi nila mahanap yung products na pwede nilang ibenta, kasi hanggang ngayon hinahanap nila yung sarili nila. So yan yung Success Blueprint. It's a 14-day process, it's a 14-day structured process, a daily learning for everyone, kahit OFW, kahit nasa ang industriya ka, pwede sa'yo to. Na after 14 days, may blueprint na sila, nakakapagtayo na sila ng negosyo. Nagagawa na nila yung mga gusto nilang gawin to the point na kumikita sila ng pera. So we have clients from zero, ngayon milyonaryo na, We have clients na network marketers sa iba't ibang kumpanya at iba't ibang bansa, top earners na, yung iba nakapagtayo pa ng sariling digital agency. Meron tayong digital agency owner na sobrang laki na ng negosyo. Meron tayo sa real estate na nakapagbenta in just 1 year ng 747 million. Ngayon, ang goal namin is 1.5 billion. So we are creating results. So paano ko siya minamarket? Paano ako nagko-convert? Simple lang. I create a lot of videos. Pag may bakanting oras ako, nagla-live ako. Pag may nagtanong sa akin, sinasagot ko on the spot, and I serve people. At pag nasolusyonan ko yung basic problems nila, mas makikita nila yung value ng Success Blueprint. That's one. Next is, I do my best to make them experience ano bang meron sa Success Blueprint. So, nagfi-film kami ng mga testimonials. Minsan, yung mga students na natin yung nagsasend ng testimonials nila. At ang kagandahan dito, mismong students na yung nagko-comment na napakaganda ng Success Blueprint course. Meaning, the best way to convert is to communicate, solve, and serve. Okay? So, pag na-solve mo through the journey, yung narrow problem nila, yung mga problema nila, magkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na emotional deposit. Kahit anong mangyari, bibili at bibili sila. Pag nagsaserve ka ng libre, pag nagbibigay ka lagi ng value, yung target audience mo, marirealize nila na itong taong to sobrang dedicated sa ginagawa niya. Sobrang dedicated sa trabaho niya. Mahal niya yung ginagawa niya. And there will be people who would love working with you and who would love buying your products because they know that what you do is good. They know that they can trust you. They know that you have credibility. They know that you know what you're talking about. They know that you have a lot of experience in what you are doing. Kasi nakikita nila in how you apply what you do. So conversion is selling. So Sir MJ, what if I want to expand my business? I want to scale my business. In terms of conversion, kailangan meron kang tinatawag na sales process. Okay? Kasi pag usapang expansion na tayo, probably magaling ka rin magbenta. Probably alam mo kung paano mag-convert. So ang laban dito, how will you train people to convert as well? How can you train people sa sales process na meron ka? How can you duplicate yourself? Diyan naman pumapasok yung self-mastery. Because this is the formula for decision-making. Ibig sabihin, these two are frameworks in how I build systems. And later, at the end of this video, I will share with you a process in how you can improve everything. Means scaling your business. Means expanding your business. And I'll give it to you for free. Okay? Now, let's talk about the offer. Now, a lot of people, dito sila nagkakamali. Kasi pagdating sa offer, akala nila ang ino-offer lang nila yung products na meron sila. For example, ang products mo ay coffee shop. Akala ng marami, ang product nila ay kape. No. Pag kliyente ka at gusto mo magpunta sa coffee shop, ano yung tinitingnan mo? I want you to comment right now. Kasi dito nyo makikita ano yung pagkakaiba nating lahat as a consumer. And knowing that, alam mo na bawat klase ng coffee shop may market. Kasi diba pag may alaga kang aso, pusa o butike at gusto mong isama sa coffee shop, ang hinahanap mo yung coffee shop na friendly sa mga pets at mukhang pets. Joke lang. Pag maganda kotse mo, gusto mo safe yung kotse mo, ang gusto mong coffee shop, yung may parking lot. Kung gusto mo mag-meeting, ang gusto mo ay tahimik na coffee shop. So basically, you are not just selling coffee. You are selling an experience. So the bigger question is, ano yung experience na kaya mong ibigay sa mga customer mo? And that will be your offer. Ang kape namin, sobrang tapang, kaya kang ipaglaban. It may not work. Kasi ang kliyente, maraming tinitingnan na elements, maraming tinitingnan angulo. So understanding the offer means understanding your clients. So ibig sabihin, ang offer, it's a combination of the client's problem plus the products that you have. And ano pang kaya mong ibigay na additional value sa mga kliyente mo? Well, one major example, sa mga nanay. Sa mga kababaihan na laging may parcel, na araw-araw may parcel sa bahay. Dumadami ba yung parcel mo sa bahay kasi kailangan mo yung product? O dahil may free shipping? Dahil may voucher? Dahil may sale? Dahil pag nagdagdag ka ng isang product, free na yung shipping mo? Dahil pag nagdagdag ka ng 2 product, meron kang additional voucher? Di ba ang nangyayari sa atin? Bumibili tayo ng mga bagay na hindi natin kailangan kasi merong offer. So pag maganda ang offer, kukunin mo yung offer. Igagrab mo yung offer. So connected ang offer sa conversions. Kasi minsan kahit sobrang galing ka mag-communicate, kung hindi maganda offer mo, hindi igagrab ng tao. That is why when we started this video, we talked about the problems you can solve. Tama? We talked about all the problems you can solve for the clients. Kasi that's the offer. Ang offer mo, solusyonan yung problema nila, hindi bentahan sila. Kung kaya mong iparamdam sa tao na ang goal mo is tulungan sila, at kaya mong ipaintindi sa kanila yon, at kaya mong i-prove yon, bibili at bibili sila ng produkto mo. So, ibig sabihin, if you have products that you are trying to sell, for example, of course, kaya nga may products kasi ibebenta, di ba? Kung may products ka na binibenta, and then yung competitor mo, maganda yung box, maganda yung unboxing experience, free shipping pa, at one-day delivery, sa tingin mo, sinong bibilihin? Sa tingin mo, kaninong offer yung mas maganda? Yung offer niya. Kasi kahit sabihin mo, high quality yung products ko, mas quality yung products ko, ang offer niya is i-deliver niya ngayon, pagkabayad ngayon, makukuha nila yung value. Pagbukas nila ng package, ang ganda ng experience, it means mas maganda yung offer nila. And the best offer will always be solving their problems right away. That could be the best offer. Kasi may mga produkto na hindi agad nila makukuha yung value. Example sa gym. Okay? Ang gym, magbabayad ka ng membership. Kung marami kang pera, magbabayad ka pa ng personal trainer mo. Bibili ka pa ng supplements, magda-diet ka. So, ang mahirap sa gym, magbabayad na sila at lahat, mag-spend pa sila ng time, mag-spend pa sila ng effort. So, it has to be worth it. Kailangan sobrang ganda ng offer. So, normally, pag delayed ang gratification bago nila makuha yung value ng binayaran nila, ano yung ibibigay natin na offer? Support system, libreng program. Maybe the gym is open 24 hours. Maybe maganda yung shower, malinis yung place, maganda yung sounds, matitino yung mga tao. There's always an offer. Meron bang mga gym na madumi? Meron bang gym na maingay? Meron bang gym na mabaho? Meron. Pero yun yung offer nila. Ang offer nila, mura yung gym pero ito yung kapalit. Pero may market pa rin sila, napupuno pa rin sila. So, ibig sabihin, as a businessman, you have to understand your offer, ano yung pwede mong i-offer sa tao, at sino yung market mo. But pag delayed ang gratification, you have to give more offers for them. Meron na naman mga offer na makukuha mo agad yung resulta. Cotton candy. Gustong-gusto ng anak mo, that's emotional. Binili mo sa anak mo, ang saya niya, that's emotional. Napasaya mo agad yung anak mo, naging masaya ka. Pagkain niya ng cotton candy, that's sweet, ang saya-saya niya. Right then and there, yung resulta, yung promise na fulfill mo. Which means that the best offer will always be fulfilling the promise as fast as you can. If you can fulfill the promised result as fast as you can, ngayon mismo, ora mismo, pagkabayad, that could be the best offer. But we understand na hindi lahat ng offer ganun. In my case, my coaching business, it is hard to sell. Kasi magbabayad ka sa Success Blueprint. Right? This is 18 years of my experience. Proven frameworks. Sure akong magagamit mo. Ang dami na nakapag-create ng resulta. And most of them, sobra-sobra yung value na nakuha nila. Pero yung resulta, hindi nila makukuha agad. Because they have to apply the knowledge. They have to do the exercises. They have to make an effort para magbago yung buhay nila. Kaya ang nagiging client natin, yung mga taong gusto talagang magbago ng buhay. Yung mga taong gustong masolve yung problema nila. Yung mga taong pagod na at sawang-sawa ng maging stuck. So what do I do to improve my offer? Una, nilagyan natin ng automation. Pagkabayad nila, may access agad sila sa course. Magagawa agad nila yung day 1. Pwede nilang i-download agad yung workbook. And if they want it signed, they can order the workbook directly from us. Ako mismo yung nagsasign. Tapos, meron pa tayong exclusive community. And merong culture na na-build. So, everyone will welcome them. Kahit magkakaibang industriya, magkakaiba ng trabaho, kahit magkakaiba ng gusto sa buhay, everyone in the community wants to hear more success stories. So, pag meron na silang access, the meditation is already available there. All the webinars are available. So, they can consume content right away. And the more that they consume the content, the more na mas minamahal nila yung value na nakuha nila. Kasi sobra-sobra yung binibigay ko, I over-deliver. And what I do is pag may nag-chat sa GC ng question, sinasagot ko kaagad kahit nagdadrive ako. Nagsasend ako ng voice message, nagchat ako, or nagsasend ako ng video. And that is proof that I can solve their problems. But they also understand that I cannot solve their problems for them. Kaya nga Success Blueprint, kaya nga self-mastery. Ang goal dito is ma-master nila yung sarili nila at magkaroon sila ng blueprint, magkaroon sila ng pundasyon. So I am fulfilling my promise and at the same time, I'm creating more value. And that's how you make an offer. Now, after making a sale, converting the leads into a customer, Kasi maganda yung offer mo. Ang susunod natin gagawin is to build relationship with the clients. Now, the easiest way to build relationship is to fulfill your promise. Ibig sabihin, tumupad ka sa usapan. Kasi pag nagbayad sila at tumupad ka sa usapan, that's instant trust. That's instant credibility. And if you can over-deliver, this will generate you more leads. Kasi the best businesses, the best way to expand is to get referrals. At malalaman mong maganda offer mo, malalaman mong maganda negosyo mo, malalaman mong maganda produkto mo kapag may nagre-refer na sa'yo. And actually, it's one of the best experience. Pag may nag-chat sa'yo na, nirefer ako ni ganito nirefer ako ni ganun. Ibig sabihin, gusto nila yung ginagawa mo. It's a sure sign that you can literally expand your business right away. Kailangan mo lang ng tamang sistema. And if you wanna expand your business, kailangan meron kang tinatawag na CRMs or a system in managing relationship. Dapat nagsuserve ka talaga sa kliyente mo. So lagi ko sinasabi, di ba? Mahalaga ang sales, pero mas mahalaga yung tinatawag na after sales. Kasi hindi lalaki yung negosyo mo kung hindi bumibili ulit yung customers mo. Kasi imagine, mag-generate ka ng leads. Mag-e-effort ka para ma-convert. Bibigyan mo ng magandang offer. Eh hindi na bumalik. Para ka nagtatanim ng munggo. May leads ka, may bumili. May leads ka, may bumili. And you will feel stuck. Paulit-ulit lang yung mangyayari. Laging grabe yung effort na kailangan mong ibigay. Versus may leads ka, na-convert mo. Maganda yung offer mo. Eh nakapag-build ka ng tamang relationship. Na-fulfill mo yung promise mo. Nag-over-deliver ka pa. Sobrang saya nila. What will happen? They will stay. So, ang mangyayari, yung susunod na leads na mako-convert mo, additional client. So, ang nangyayari ngayon, dumadami yung tinatawag na loyal clients mo. And these loyal clients will buy over and over. So, every time na madadagdagan yung leads mo, lumalaki yung negosyo mo. Kasi yung customers mo, hindi na umaalis sa'yo. Paulit-ulit silang bumabalik. And this is literally how you expand and scale your business. At tandaan mo, na habang dumadami yung customers mo, dapat lumalaki din yung team mo. So, ikaw, as a boss, if you wanna expand your business, you are leading your team, di ba? You are a leader. Kailangan meron kang relationship sa team, nililid mo yung team, nagde-deliver ka rin sa team, fulfilled din yung team mo, kasi sila ang mag-fulfill sa mga kliyente mo. Diyan na papasok yung leadership mo as a boss. As a business owner. Kasi tandaan mo na ang paglago ng negosyo mo nakasalalay sa'yo. So again, balik tayo. Kailangan mo ng leads para meron kang i-convert into a customer. And the best way to convert is to have an amazing offer. Kailangan sobrang ganda ng offer mo. Yung tipong ang engot nila pag hindi sila bumili. Na sobrang ganda ng offer na parang ang hirap tanggihan. Ngayon, pag na-fulfill mo yung promise mo, that is building relationship. At yung relationship mo sa customers mo will generate more leads. Kasi dadating sa time na mismong customers na yung tutulong sa'yo na mag-generate ng leads. Pwede silang magbigay ng referrals. Pwede silang mag-comment sa mga content mo. Pwede sila mismo yung magsabi na napakasarap ng products, napakaganda ng products, sobrang ganda ng produkto. Sila na mismo yung magsasabi and you can actually create content from the relationship that you have with your clients. Kasi pwede mong kunin yung testimonials nila. Pwede kang kumuha ng reviews. So pag na-master mo to, ito yung magpapalaki ng benta mo. Let's just say malaki na yung benta. Papasok na yung finance mo. Okay? Siyempre, mahalaga yung taxes. Mahalaga na naiintindihan mo yung costing mo. At mahalaga na merong natitira. Ang mahirap kasi sa mga negosyante, especially sa mga nagsisimula, ginagalaw nila yung puhunan nila. Kung nag-start ka sa 10,000, okay? Tapos naging 15,000. Hindi mo pera yung buong 15,000. Ang pera mo lang dyan is 5,000. At yung 5,000 na yan, gagamitin mo pa yan sa expenses mo. And posibleng pag nagsisimula ka, walang matitira sa'yo. It's okay. Because most of the time, pag nagsisimula ka, abono yan ng ilang taon. Ngayon, kung magaling ka talaga, pwedeng ilang buwan pa lang profitable ka na. But there are times na aabot ng ilang taon na break-even ka lang. Ganyan talaga pag nagsisimula ka ng negosyo. At ganyan talaga pag gusto mong lumaki yung negosyo mo. You have to start small. Kasi lahat ng malaki, nagsisimula sa maliit. Now, think of it this way. Ang pagninegosyo, para kang nagtatanim, okay? So, nandyan yung seeds. Nagtanim ka. Maliit pa lang yung puno. Gagastos ka, didiligan mo yan, lalago yung ugat. Nag-invest ka sa produkto, nag-invest ka sa marketing, ugat. Pwedeng lalagyan ng konti. Pero hindi mo pa maramdaman yung growth. Ang tagal mo nang dinidiligan, ang tagal mo nang nag-aaral, ang tagal mo nang ginagalingan, ang tagal mo nang nagte-take ng action consistently, lumalago na yung ugat niyan. And minsan, by the time na parang susuo ka na, bigla siyang lalaki. Okay? Ngayon, mamumunga na yan. Ang tawag dyan, gross income. Ngayon, yung ilan dyan, ibibigay mo sa team mo. Yung ilan dyan, para sa sales and marketing mo. Yung ilan dyan, para sa branding mo. Yung iba dyan, pang over-deliver mo. And probably, ito lang yung matitira sa'yo. Ang mahirap sa iba, hindi nakukontento dito. Again, if you wanna scale your business, kailangan matuto kang makontento muna sa konti. Kahit parang ang laki-laki na ng negosyo mo, kahit parang ang laki-laki na ng sales mo, there are times na ang matitira sa'yo konti lang kasi nagsisimula ka pa lang. Kasi nag-e-expand ka. Ang mahirap sa iba, iluluho nila to. Or worse, puputulin nila yung puno. Ibig sabihin, gagamitin nila yung working capital nila. Bubunutin nila yung ugat ng puno. Yun ang gagastusin nila para sa luho. Kaya maraming negosyo ang nagsasara kahit unti-unting lumalaki na. Kailangan mo munang magtiis at kailangan mo munang gamitin itong seed na to para magtanim ulit. Ang tawag dyan ay expansion. And in terms of expansion, you have to learn delayed gratification. Ibig sabihin, dyan na papasok yung fifth element sa pagnenegosyo. And that's reinvesting in yourself. Saan ka dapat nag-i-invest? Hindi muna natin pag-uusapan yung stock market, hindi natin pag-uusapan yung index funds. Ang pag-usapan natin, ikaw. Kasi ikaw ang driver ng vehicle, ikaw ang driver ng kotse. Ikaw ang driver ng negosyo, ikaw ang leader. So, syempre, mag-reinvest ka sa products. Okay? Mag-reinvest ka sa sales and marketing, which is skills. Pwedeng mag-invest ka ng magte-train sa team mo, or mag-i-invest ka sa magte-train sa'yo. Mag-reinvest sa offer, improving the packaging. Pwede kang mag-reinvest sa logistics para same-day delivery. Pwede kang mag-reinvest sa mga bagay na mag-over-deliver or magbibigay ng value, extra value, na sometimes parang hindi related sa products mo. Like packaging, or bags, or bonuses. Like in my case, pag may bumibili ng workbook, pinipirmahan ko pa. Naglalagay pa ako ng notes. Binibigyan ko pa sila ng mga freebies. At ang pinaka-importanting reinvestment na hindi ginagawa ng marami, and this will give you the edge in the marketplace, it's reinvesting in you. Kasi tandaan mo to, lahat ng to, libre mong matututunan. Binibigay ko nga ng libre sa inyo eh. Lahat ng yan, binibigay ko ng libre sa community ko. At ang daming nagtitinda ng courses around this, around skills and selling, the offer, Facebook ads. Ang daming libro na pwede mong i-consume. Pero hindi ba kayo nagtataka na ang daming alam ng mga audience pero hindi nila mai-apply? Kasi hindi sila nag-i-invest sa sarili nilang personal development. Tandaan mo, kung ito yung level mo as a person, at ito yung level ng skills mo, nabasa mong libro, mga natutunan mo sa social media, tandaan mo, ma-overwhelm ka at mapaparalyze ka sa dami ng skills na pwede mong i-apply na hindi mo kayang i-apply. Kasi, eto ka. Wala kang foundation, wala kang blueprint, wala kang self-mastery. Yan ang purpose ko naman sa marketplace. Kasi itong mga to, tinuturo ko yan ng libre sa social media. Lalo na inside my community, sa mga webinars, mastermind sessions. Lahat ng skills to expand the business, to start their own business, to set up their business, even to scale their business, tinuturo ko ng libre. Alam yan ng mga estudyante natin. Pero alam ko rin na bago mo ma-apply lahat ng to, kailangan mo munang mag-grow as a person. So totoo yung sinasabi ni Jim Rohn, that income does not far exceed personal development. If this is you, this is your income, pag lumaki yung income mo at hindi ka nag-grow, babagsak. Lumaki yung negosyo mo, hindi ka nag-grow, babagsak. Pero pag nauna kang mag-grow, kusang hahabol yung business mo. Kusang aangat yung income mo. So you have to invest in yourself. At ikaw ang mamimili, paano ka mag-grow. Pwede kong umattend kay Tony Robbins, which is mas mahal, or you can invest in yourself through our courses na sobrang effective at sobrang ganda ng offer. It's all up to you. Because bumili kayo or not, I will still serve you. Because I love what I do. magbibigay pa rin ako sa inyo ng napakaraming videos. Because all I want is for you to become successful in life. Now, balik tayo. Pag meron kang pera, meron ka ng benta, pero walang natitirang pera sa'yo, finance ang problema mo. So, kailangan mong matuto paano mag-handle ng pera. Or kailangan mong tanggalin yung taong nag-handle ng pera mo. Kasi hindi siya marunong. May nabebenta ka, pero walang repeat purchase, kailangan mong i-improve yung products. Kailangan mong i-improve yung offer mo. Pwede rin na marami kang benta, pero nahihirapan ka na mag-fulfill kasi nauubusan ka ng stocks. So, yung finance mo, yung reinvestment mo, kailangan mo mag-invest sa products, sa inventory, sa stocks, or maybe sa assets para makapag-manufacture ka ng sarili mong products. Ngayon, pag dumadami na yung customer mo, nahihirapan ka na mag-serve, kailangan mo nang magdagdag ng tao. Kailangan mo nang mag-invest sa tao. At ang pag-i-invest sa tao, dalawa yan. Sa customers at sa sarili mong team. Investing in your customer means, ito yung mga freebies, ito yung mga additional value, ito yung mga dagdag gastos sa'yo na nakakatulong sa pagbibuild ng relationship mo. In terms of your team naman, ito yung mga pa-incentives mo. Kasi pag nagsaserve ka sa team mo ng tama, makakapag-serve sila sa kliyente mo ng tama. And this is how you start your business step by the step para sumakses tayo. Now, as promised, I will share with you an extremely powerful framework in success blueprint and self-mastery. Okay? This is something that you can use in everything na pinag-usapan natin kanina. So, this is what we call pattern mastery. So, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay? So, step 1 is you recognize the patterns. Let's talk about the products. When you look at the products, okay, you recognize ano yung mali, ano yung maganda. So, base sa customer feedback mo, base sa feedback ng empleyado mo, base sa nakikita mo, honestly, as the owner, tingnan mong maigi yung products. Masaya ka ba sa products mo? Masaya ka ba sa packaging mo? Ikaw ba mismo matutuwa ka sa sineserve mo sa mga tao? So, kung ano yung mali, you interrupt that pattern. Step 2, alisin mo yung mali. And you create a new one. As simple as that. For example, you are creating content. Okay? Organic muna tayo. Yung tinuro ko sa inyo kanina. So, you are creating content and let's just say naka-100 content ka. Yung 100 dyan, may isang pumutok. At meron dyan mga 5 hanggang 10 na flop, as in, sabaw talaga. Pangit talaga, hindi okay. Okay? Ito yung gagawin mo. You will recognize the patterns doon sa 5. Ano yung itsura nito? Ano yung mali dito? Ano yung ginawa ko? Because you have to interrupt and eliminate all the things unnecessary in a content. For example, yung hook na yun, hindi talaga okay. Tapos, itong content type na to, hindi rin talaga okay. Tapos yung topic na yan, alisin na natin yan, di okay. Tapos mini-mention natin to, hindi rin okay. Dapat di tayo nagsasalita ng ganyan. And then, hihimayin mo yung nag-work. You will recognize those patterns, ano yung nag-work, and you will create 100 more videos from this. Ngayon, malalaman mo na tama yung patterns na ginamit mo kung this time, 2 o 3 na yung mas maraming views. For example, yung average views mo is 1,000. Yung flop mo, mga 200 yung views. Pero yung isa, meron kang 10,000 views. Okay? Malalaman mo na tama yung patterns na na-recognize mo, na kinreate mo sa bago mong pattern, sa bago mong content. Kung yung 2 to 3, naging 15,000 to 30,000. Or maybe more. Ibig sabihin, nag-i-improve ka na. Ang tawag dyan ay growth. Ngayon, itong pattern mastery magagamit mo sa lahat. For example, usapang client. Okay, client. You can recognize ano yung demographics ng client mo. Ano yung mga problems ng client mo. Ano yung age bracket ng client mo. Pwedeng ano yung trabaho or profession ng client mo. Right? So, when you recognize those patterns, you can interrupt their patterns, understanding na yung mga problema nila is solvable. Nagigets nyo ako? Na kahit anong profession nila, pwede sila doon sa binibenta mo. So, you can interrupt the patterns and then create new patterns na teka, base sa video mo, base sa creative mo, base sa way ng conversion mo, sure na matutulungan mo sila. In terms of sales process, ganun din. Ano yung sales process? Recognize the sales process. Ano yung step by the step na process mo para sumakses, okay? Ano yung step by step process mo in selling? How do you greet the prospect? Paano yung introduction ng tumatawag? Ano yung mga questions na tinatanong? Paano nagkikwento yung mga tao mo? Or ikaw? Paano mo ibabagsak yung offer? Paano ka nagko-close ng deal? Paano kayo naniningil? Paano yung check-out process? Aralin mong lahat ng yan. Alin dyan yung dapat mong basagin? Alin dyan yung dapat mong i-interrupt? Ang tawag doon, interrupting the patterns or breaking the patterns because it's not working for you. Once na nakapag-eliminate ka dyan ng maling proseso at napaltan mo ng tamang proseso, that will grow and expand your business. So pattern mastery is something you can use in everything, including yourself. Halimbawa, nag-show up ka sa business mo. You are not in the mood. Bagsak yung energy mo, hindi ka okay. Recognize the patterns. Saan yung galing? Ano yung trigger mo? Bakit hindi ka okay? Bakit bagsak yung energy mo? You have to learn how to interrupt and break those patterns. And create new patterns para every time you will show up in your business, you will show up in front of a customer, you will show up in front of your clients, you will show up in social media, nag-live ka, nag-live selling ka, nagbenta ka, kinausap mo yung empleyado mo, laging maganda yung state mo. Because remember that the chokehold of any business is the psychology and the mindset of the leader. So sa'yo nakadepende ang success ng negosyo mo. Because again, you are the driver of your business, you are the driver of your life. I really hope I was able to create value with you guys, and feel free to watch this video over and over because it's important that you build repetition in this one. Kapag minamiss kayong process, balikan nyo lang ulit, and maybe may mga kakilala kayong negosyante, aspiring entrepreneurs na gustong mag-expand ng business, gustong mag-scale ng business, o baka mga taong gustong magsimula magnegosyo. Make sure to share them this video kasi kung nakatulong to sa'yo, baka makatulong din sa kanila. So yun lang guys, at lagi nyo lang tatandaan that all I want is for you to become more successful and for you to reach the next level success. And as always, everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.